Hello, everyone out there in SpeedGaming 2. Welcome to a presentation of Final Fantasy Randomizer here for SpeedGaming Live. This is our qualifier here. Going to be playing Papa Duke versus Rob Draven, although we do have, I think about 5 or 6 more people in the race room with them. But we're going to be focusing on these two runners here. I am Darkman EX, joined in the booth by Hate13Hate. How's it going over there?
It's going fairly well for me tonight. Finished up some nasty stuff with work a little bit earlier than expected, and don't have to deal with it for the rest of this week, so that's actually a pretty good thing for me.
Now you get to suffer and talk in the booth with me instead.
Oh no, I am so distraught. Oh, whoa.
So this is going to be a good one. I like these flags. These are fast, fun flags. Very, very light and entertaining. There are going to be some interesting things that we're going to cover, some of it that we're going to talk about now, some stuff we'll cover when it comes up. But the most important thing to know about right now is that the players have a limited party to choose from. They can have up to 4 people in their slot, which you saw Papa Duke's only took 3. Those are going to be all they're going to get for this seed. And most importantly, they are limited at party select to 6 randomly selected characters. It looks like fighter, red mage, 2 white mages, a thief. I'm not seeing a black belt. I'm wondering if one was even included.
There was a black belt in the party select screen, but I'm not sure how many people actually take it. These flags don't seem to be too kind for black belt strats.
It depends. I've run them both ways, honestly, and I'm still split as to whether the fighter or the black belt is really faster.
Yeah, I mean, it does depend seed to seed, but my own personal luck has been not so great with black belts.
It depends. A part of it largely does depend on how good you are with the black belt. That's a key factor right there. How much practice you've had with them. Having come out of both the spring tournament myself, where black belt meta was huge, followed up by the co-op, where black belt was pretty much the only way to win. I'm very comfortable with black belts, so I feel better at them at this point. But it does depend a lot on whether or not you end up getting good fighter gear early, find the right grind, which I think in this one the grind tiles are vanilla. Things of that nature can alter the black belt, and it's just how much time you want to spend, because vanilla tiles does make for a predictable but slower grind for the black belt.
Yeah, it's A-side tiles, but they are shuffled for them at least. Okay. So you don't have the, okay, I know exactly where to go immediately. You do have to hunt for the grind tile.
Wait, let me tell you, having run this along with Fall League all at the same time, what flags we're playing where, kind of a blur.
Yeah, seed bleed is a real thing, man. I was doing the same thing, and I'm just like, I've never been so glad to get eliminated from a tournament.
The League is fun. SpeedGaming Live is fun. Both great events. I'm very glad to be participating in both of them for what I was doing. I'm very happy I only have to focus on one event at a time. Meanwhile, let's focus on this event, because Papa Dukes and now Rob Draven are off.
Alright, running in, checking the white magic. Well, at least they got life at level 1.
And depending upon who you have, 2 casters of it.
Yep.
And Ice 2.
And Zap and Saber, so, got some stuff for the red mage.
Like Papa with his thief, he class changes. Saber's gonna be nice. Saber's actually gonna be really nice because we have a short Topher. I think you have to fight all 4 fiends, but a short Topher does make the viability of 4 shots of Saber a lot more useful.
Oh wow, when we got pro rings immediately in Corneria for 7,500, that's not too shabby at all.
Less than $8,000, not gonna complain about that.
Yeah, and Topher tonight, it is, there are fiend refights, but it's only 2 fiends, depending on which way you go. Yeah.
4 shots of Saber. If you can find Lich on one of the first 2 tiles, you skip using Saber there because Lich just falls over anyway. You can use a shot on the Fiend, 3 shots on Chaos, and you're good to go with that Saber.
And Rob Draven.
Well, there you go.
I was going to say Rob Draven picking up some of those cloth armors that rolled up, getting a little bit of protection for his party. And
those 2 is I think a 6 armor, which for 2 gold is good armor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we get the canal and some TNT. The king says, hey, let's get some people building some stuff or tearing out some land. And the princess goes, explosives. I like explosives. You can have explosives too.
She's just humming along to the fireworks. Wave a little flag. Just wait for them to go off.
And it looks like Rob Draven is running with the fun enemy names because we're seeing Grumps on the screen.
Well, it's either that or the princess is the midnight bomber, which bombs at midnight. I mean, depending upon the reference you want to make.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
See, there you go. You got it. Procate +3 was in the one of the upper chests right there. That's good armor.
That's really good armor, especially for early game. Yeah, dwarves holding on to a couple of cabins in their closet. Let's see if Narek gives you anything decent.
Early in the game, when you don't have to spend money on it, free camping gear is good. Oxiel, I mean, I don't even think we have the ship yet, so Oxiel's kind of a far off concern right now. Good to have it. You need it for the end game. Kinda wish you gotten a little bit earlier progression out of that.
Yeah, I honestly, if I go to check the TNT early, I'm really hoping for the key. That being said, though, we have no loose items in this one, and the items from, excuse me, Marsh Cave, Ordeals, Titans, Titans Trove, and, oh my god, my brain just kind of slipped out of my head there. The other one that's on the top 4 of the tracker. Those are all in their vanilla spots.
Yeah, so one thing you'll notice is the bridge boss. That opening credit sequence when you fight over that bridge is now very short. I think actually we killed the bridge boss even faster than we killed Garland, so that's not really something that we have to worry about much anymore time-wise.
Yes, thank you, devs. Thank you for making the bridge boss not as long and painful.
If you forget to save after defeating it, well, you can find it again fairly quickly. Looks like Papa's running into just a little trouble with these poisonous wolves. I think they were ambushy and finally gets a zap off. Zap proving its weight here in the early game. Very good against early enemies. Not so great against lethal.
Yeah, and Papa Duke's playing the Song of His People, i.e. the Poison Walk.
Lovely. Get that nice rumble going.
Potion, item shop, please have Pures. Oh, and Floater for 33k.
So, that puts us in an interesting position. If you have the flags up, do we have the floater dock on, or do they need to use the river to get there?
Gotta find the canoe to get the floater.
Okay.
Or to get the airship, I should say.
Like, you want the floater? I'm not sure this early in the game you necessarily... Well, you do want to see that Fade. Fade level 2 goes to everyone who can use it. But,
oh my.
Yeah, that's... Unless there's Nuke here, that's the... Oh, yeah. Oh, Fade, Quad X, Fast, those are my buys right there. That is the spell shops. That's gorgeous. So, as I was saying, the thing that we need to think about is how much money you want to spend early game for that floater versus how long are you willing to delay picking up the floater if, say, you get Canoe over an ice cave or somewhere else.
Yeah, my thought on this one would probably be go to a pop grind, get a little bit of levels, and depending on what's up there, if you can get together the cash for that floater, more is the pleasure.
Yeah, see, the thing I'm sitting here looking at is, yeah, you can do the pop grind, but that takes a while, especially when, okay, so you've got Fade. Fade's good, but, depending upon how many casters you have of it, Rob Draven probably can mow through packs of enemies no problem on the pop grind. Papa with only 2 casters, maybe not so much. So, I almost feel like holding off, going to Marsh Cave, seeing what's there treasure-wise, coming back if you get a couple good chests, and maybe the canoe is the better play.
Well, now that they've got the ship, yeah, that's what I would be going for too.
Yeah.
Because if I had to walk down to Marsh Cave, no.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing.
We actually don't have early open progression on, so thinking about it, that would have had to have been either the canoe or the ship coming out of Bicky.
Yep, and if it had been canoe, floaters a must-buy, go to pop. If it's the ship, think about where you want to go. I hate Marsh, but the fact that you pretty much know where your treasure is at Marsh and you don't have to check the whole thing, that's better?
Oh, though, one rather important thing, or at least handy thing there, is they got tents available for in Provoca for 11 gold each, so...
You buy like 80 of them and then you never worry about saving them.
Yep, that enables any overworld grind you want to.
Yep. I don't know how early the first encounter is able. I don't think it's very early. So... Get questions in chat I can't answer. Give me a second and I will go try.
I think for freebies, we get the bridge. That's it. The rest of the incentives are, well, all the standard key items and a masa and a ribbon.
Yeah, it's a 21 of 21 with vanilla placement for the main dungeons, Ice, Ordeal, Titans, and behind gating for the elemental dungeons that are incentivized, Earth, Sea, and Sky. That means the 2 rooms on Earth 4 with a total of 8 chests could be will have an incentive item in one of the 8. The Sky Palace has all 3 of those floors behind the cube will have an incentive item in there. That's a lot of chests that I'm not going to count. In this helmet there, by the way, +3, not bad. And then the Sea Shrine with its 1 gated chest at TFC is the other one that could potentially have something. And with that early Oxyale and the ship, it's a possibility.
Well, kind of. They do have to find the canoe first, because Northern Docks aren't on.
What the heck kind of flag set are we playing here?
One that turns out to be a lot speedier than it seems like it should be, honestly.
It is. It's very... The speed comes from the fact that the early checks are all vanilla placement. And with vanilla tiles as well, and I think a half-down encounter rate on Overworld and Dungeon, it becomes very fast to navigate through, very fast to know where you're going to take your fights, and very fast to know where your treasures are going to be. So, like here, that herb, probably going to be canoe or key, because there's not a whole lot of other options for what it could be.
Could be the crown as well.
Could be rod. Those are possibilities.
Could be the ruby, too.
We're probably very quickly in for a incentive chain that will lead to something we need for progression. Ruby is a good possibility. Ruby happens very quickly in these kinds of flag sets. And then you're likely to get the Stardust special of the exact thing you needed right sitting there at Sarda, even though the Titan Stroke was there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to see anybody just run on down to Sarda, find Sarda holding nothing of use, and then have to run back up to the Titan's Trove and find the thing they were looking for therein.
Sarda's going to have something, and I mean, even if it's quote-unquote nothing of use, that's still going to be the Mazda, the Ribbon, or the Tail. All of which are of use in this particular flag set. That is a lovely fight they just took right there.
Oh my goodness. That's made of paper.
Those are not vanilla tiles. That is a B-side tile, and it is a gorgeous one. Yeah, so if I'm Rob, with these papery fights that he's taking right here, I think my game plan has just changed. Like, Papa didn't follow it, but if me, and seeing the party I have, and wanting as many of those shots with fade as I can get...
Wait a minute.
What?
Those aren't Agamas.
Oh, that's a... Oh, thank you. Okay, that is an A-side tile.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, this wasn't the same thing. Ah.
Oh, you're right, that's good. We were both deceived by the colors. This is Rob playing a trick on us.
I wonder if Rob might be deceived by these colors as well.
Well, he's still getting levels on it. So, this is something of importance to note. I will take a grind, and I know a lot of other people here will take a grind, as long as you're getting levels off of it. So, like, when like you say you find a good grind tile and you're working on it, you're like, this is great, and then, you get to, like, level 13, and suddenly you're not getting a level every time you fight it. It's no longer worth fighting. And that's, like here, he's up to level 9, I think, because he's just been fighting these, and they've been good for him. The second it stops giving him a level per turn, stop fighting it.
And I have a feeling it's going to be real soon here that he's
Real
going to
soon.
be bailing out because I think he is out of fades now.
Yeah, because this isn't our Giants and Agamas like I thought it was from the colors, because I never play with color swapping on. This is a crappy fight by comparison. But he got to like level 8, level 9. He got that's for level 2 fade, that's a lot of shots. Whatever might be lurking over at Earth Cave that he can go fight, he's prepared for it.
Well, especially since those white mages, they got the boon of improved MP.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's not just, like, that's any spell they can learn, they can cast a lot of.
Yeah, you get... Okay, so this is me doing bad math on Twitch, along with not really knowing how much you get, but I'd be willing to bet that he has 5 or 6 stock already of Fade per white mage. Which, for an endgame spell like that, whoo!
Yeah, it's not quite as strong as Nuke, but it's close.
Ban yourself and lay down the Phaeton couch, because that's a lot of power.
Yeah, that's just going to be, all right, well, what's our solution for every problem? Throw Fade at it until it falls over.
So we got the one that I wasn't, like, hoping they didn't have to get, but it's also the one that they have to suffer through. Papa Ducks got the Rod. And now Rob Draven has it as well, and that means that they have to go down to Earth 4 just to see where their progression is at.
Honestly, I was going to say, honestly, if you're going down to Earth 4 as well, you may as well just take the extra couple of steps and go down to Earth 5 and throw some fades at Lich, because he's going to fall over pretty quick.
Well, what I was going to point out is the fact is that little mini grind, that deceptive grind that Rob took, did take a little more time probably than I think any of us would have liked, but it does put him in a good position to go to Earth without actually having to worry too much about how bad the enemies might be.
Yeah, very much so. And, I mean, the other thing is that Earth, you got a couple more spots you can check to see if there are any decent grind tiles there.
Mm-hmm.
But,
well,
yeah.
Good thing life was like slot 1, I think, because you're gonna need it.
Yep, slot 1, level 1.
First turn squint from the vampire there makes you hope you have that life, because otherwise that white mage isn't getting back up.
And it looks like Rob Draven picked up exit for both of his white mages, so now he has a chance to get out of there a little bit easier.
No matter what he decides to do, he's going to be well equipped. Like, having exit and warp as early as they do makes pretty much any grind that they may take down the road viable.
Yeah, I mean, especially since neither of our runners have gone with black belts, so I doubt they're going to kill off everybody else in their team and just do a solo grind.
No, yeah, with only 2 fiends, a decently set up chaos. I believe chaos is generally fairly papery here. There's our adamant. Like, depending upon the weapon you get and with the Moslem being available, you can get through these flags at level 21, 22 if you're feeling particularly saucy 18, but that's a push. And that's level 5 Duke.
Yeah, that's not something you really want to see. Level 5 slot 2 nuke, but
learnable. Is it learnable by the red mage? That's the question.
Nope. Red wizard learnable, but not red mage.
That's not really learnable then. Okay. I mean, probably everyone here is going to class change. Papa Dukes is going to go kill that Lich with a lot of, holy magic, and then turn in that adamant, because what else is he going to do?
Alright, Gershark Wizhag on tile 1 of, of the Hall of Giants.
Not bad. They're actually fairly easy to kill off.
Wow, and Lich.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my.
That's fadeable. That is absolutely fadeable.
Wow, and Lich must have rolled up. He's survived 4 fades so far.
Woof.
Yeah, the stat growth on these, on the Fiends is 50 to 200, if I recall correctly.
Papa did something smart, and I think Rob did as well, because it looked like his spell levels were full up. Also bought Harm 4, which against an undead creature like Lich is as good as Fade.
That metal climb, though.
Metal slime grind. Like, it's good levels. You gotta balance how much time you're wasting versus how fast you want to get through these scenes. So, and when you're only getting 3 metal slimes at a time, it's a bit of a waste of resources.
Yeah, stun touch metal slimes though. That makes them less fun, but still, when you've got 3 fade casters,
yeah, one shot kills them every time. If I'm Rob, I don't take these much past 15.
yeah, especially since they seem to be a little bit jumpy, given that this is, I think, the second time he's been jumped by a pack.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, these are also pretty good cash, so that's going to be getting him towards that floater that much quicker.
Yeah, experience is 2.2 times plus 150, and then 5% per key item. Knowing that the slimes are here, taking a little bit of a grind here is fine. I wouldn't overdo it. And then, if you really want the grind, come back later, because you want a little more experience bonus under your belt to make it worthwhile.
Alright, Adamant turns into the crown, which means... Yeah, so I was going to say, which means, okay, so we've got Crown, which will lead to Astos, which can potentially lead to Canoe, I'm thinking at this point, because that would give them access to the floater and access to Ordeals.
I mean, they need Canoe to be able to get to Ice Cave, they need Canoe to be able to get to Ordeals, they need Canoe to be able to get to the floater, they need Canoe to get to anything over at Waterfall. I think they're pretty much to the point right now where the only thing that this can be is Canoe.
Or Ruby.
Ruby to Canoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do not need the Canoe for Crescent, because there is the dock to get to Crescent at least.
That is true. That is true.
And if you've killed Lich, then oh my.
Okay, so there you go. So Canoe or Ruby are lurking at Crescent.
Yeah.
We're still down to that point where there's really not much else that can be there. The game is funneling you to that Canoe one way or another. Which does also mean that anyone that decided to get the money early, buy the floater, and then immediately head to Crescent and say, screw it to everything else, could actually be off exploring the world right now.
Not quite, though, because early sages aren't on. You go talk to the sages without killing Lich, they give you the no-no and say, you gotta go kill Lich.
Oh, look at that! These are things I remind myself of when I'm actually playing these flags, but when I'm just talking about them,
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Better for the stream if we just, figure it out as we go along.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's a treat for everyone here.
And Papa is on his way over to Crescent Lake.
So if you're a fan of quest chains, I guess we are hoping this is the Ruby.
Yo, dog, we heard you like to turn in things, so we're going to give you some more things to turn in to get things to turn in, so you can turn in things to get more things.
So it could, now, in fairness, it could be like Crystal to Ruby to Canoe.
Oh, yeah,
we're running out of potential things that we can put into this quest thing, though, just because of that last Canoe. And the second you get Canoe, the quest chain doesn't even matter anymore, because then you go by floater.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Do you want a quest chain?
I love early floater, late Canoe, though. That's just the game long to get in your face.
Yeah, that is very much a mwah, chef's kiss. Alright, well, I thought I rolled too kind of a seed, but, at least I got some troll rolled in.
Yes, this is a very trolly seed. Now, what do they get? Oh!
Never been so sad to see the Canoe.
We had 2 more steps, guys, come on! But yeah, you literally had to go fight Lich to be able to get yourself in the air. That is we can call it a Lich-locked seed.
And they've also, and Papa Duke's is only sitting on 25k. He's got to scratch up or get together another, 8.5k to be able to actually buy that floater.
I think he's going to Ice Cave to try and figure out if there's money. There's always money in the banana stand. The banana stand, in this case, being Ice Cave.
Yeah. Ice Cave, or, you could always duck into Volcano and loot the armory.
Yeah, but you really don't want to in this flag set, because it's not incentivized, the dungeon at all. And, you want to save it for last, so all you can do is just hit the lava, go to carry, finish it up, and then immediately go to Topher. That's optimal routing.
That's also one of the reasons why my time on these is utter trash so far. I tend to duck in there. I'm like, all right, I'm going to duck in here, grab some cash, and get out.
I take a black belt, that's why my time is trash. Although I gotta tell you, that metal slime grind there,
Oh, yeah.
I would put the black belt up front, let him take the hits, and then just keep a fade caster at the back and go 2-man for most of this scene.
Yep.
Gorgeous.
Oh, ogres or grokers, or one of those two had stone touch.
At this point, I kind of feel like with the levels he's at, Red Mage is doing just fine as a long gnome.
Yeah, it's just an annoyance because you got to try and find softs if you didn't pick some up from Corneria.
Ultimately, though, that's more experience funneled on everyone else until you decide to pick the Red Mage up for Topher itself.
True facts. Yes. Because they've already got fast, so
Metalsmith Rob discovers that the Metalsmith is making a crown out of that piece of metal, which just seems like an appropriate application of a gold brick,
I know, right? It's strangely sensible.
It is. It's the best thing. Like, I like it better when he forges the herb.
Oh my. So Papa finds a ribbon hiding in that chest right next to that crystal in Ice Cave.
This is why you always check the greeds. And when you're doing the warp trick as they did, that is a greed right there. Now, as we noted, he does need to come down here and actually decide to kill some things or loot some treasure chests so he can get the money for that floater. But yeah, always check your greeds.
Yeah, also checking some spike tiles and finding not so much so far.
Just get the green clay out and then you roll it on the table, and that's how you make coke.
I have no response for that
one. Tips with Darkbeard.
All right, Rob's picking up that floater and gonna go spend a little bit extra vestigial cash or not. Look at the armor shop and go, wait, this armor was garbage. Ooh.
Fire 3 sword. Now that's pretty. That, I would skip Ice Cave, I'd dip in, get the item, dip back out, be happy with my ribbon. That Fire 3 sword, that could pay some dividends, though.
And the thing is that's a defense sword, which means the Red Mage can actually swing that one right now.
See, thing is, that's like a ready-made tile right there for money grinding.
Very much so.
Not that he needs to. He's got 54k. He's done.
Yeah. All right. Got cash. I'm out.
I'm out.
And it looks like Rob had to stop in by Corneria, buy some sauce, and fix up his Red Mage.
So yeah, that Fire 3 sword is nice, and it's very useful. You throw it on the fighter, let them swing it, or in this case the ninja, let him do something. So he's participating! But when you've got Fade level 2, it's not as valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a, yay, I'm helping kind of thing.
Exactly. Papa making a smart move that I hadn't thought about. I would have just sailed out and wasted time. You can walk up here and go to the Provoca this way. He would have just shaved 2 minutes on me.
Well, he was parked on the outer edge, so, swing up and around.
No, it's smart. 100%.
Yeah.
Great thing. I wouldn't have thought to do it. I would have I need to go to Provoca, and sailed my way all the way around the world to basically end up right.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about it. I probably wouldn't have actually thought about hitting that northern dock. I probably would have popped out, and yeah. This is why Papa Dukes came out as the Duckling Supreme, and I finished much further down.
I finished last place in my qualifying class to just barely make it as a platypus, and I took what I could get.
Yeah, I was just a little bit away from getting platypus on that last run. All right, Rob gonna go get his canoe and then immediately head on down and get his skyboat.
And he's pretty much he has to know, as we were basically assuming, canoe is here within 2 or 3 steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Copper bracelets. That's decent cheap armor, but yeah, it's better than the cloth armor he was using.
Barely, but yes.
Now that Iron +3, that's a definite upgrade for his fighter.
Mm-hmm. And Papa is going into Volcano, which is a bold choice. Again, not an incentivized dungeon. There's not a lot of need to come here. So you're doing it simply for the greed of it, that you decided that you need more money, more treasure, more something.
Yeah, he hasn't found any really decent weapons for his thief nay ninja to swing, aside from that, defense sword -2 or 3.
Well, thing is, he's in a position now with the waterfall open to him, ordeals open to him, having already taken care of Ice Cave, like, Masamun's in the pool.
And a second ribbon.
Yeah. Well, and that there's always a ribbon in Banana Stand. Yeah.
Egad, man.
Yeah. But it's the thing of Masamune is in the pool. If you're really worried about a weapon, you just go do all your checks and you're gonna get that Masamune. One way or another. Now, when you get it, that's the question.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of having to chase down the Masa if I can find, especially if I've got a thief. If I've got a thief, if I can find a katana, great. I'm rolling with that.
It really only sucks when Masa is the last item in the pool and it's in one of the 20 or so chests and sky palace. Rest of the time, it's perfectly fine because you're going to find it no matter what.
No, unless you know that it's at Lefane behind Slab, and you don't want to have to deal with that crap either.
Sometimes I still will just to get the. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, it still probably would be quicker than looting Sky, unless you're hoping that it's in Sky, and instead you find a Slab in Sky. Come on, Slab in Sky. Come on, Slab in Sky.
You want the longest chain possible to get that one, so I get you. And this is where that balance out for the black belt comes in. Yes, you can get the Masamune. How deep is the chain? Where do you have to go to get it? Versus, I have fist. Go punchy punch.
Yeah. If you can get that fist cannon online, there's nothing stopping it generally. Unless it's like, 3 and 256.
Level 1 fast was here. We haven't found Temper yet, but level 1 fast alone against the squishy bosses that we're facing off against. You could probably go to 28 and make the black belt work.
Yeah. Well, let's see. The black belt got -10 agility. Or -10 vitality plus 10 agility, and the other blessing is just, he can wear a white shirt, so kind of crap.
Well, the vitality sucks a little, because that's the prime thing that gives the black belt its health more than anything else. It's like vitality per... Ooh, quad X, but I like that. But it's like, that's the primary thing that fuels it, their vitality plus their level. So you're, like, level 28, your black belt's not going to be as high at -10 vitality, but it's not going to hurt them that much.
And it looks like Rob is just skipping the rest of that greed stuff, which means he's skipping over that other ribbon, but, he doesn't know that. And probably heading on down to toss some fade at carry.
This is the kind of flag set where you're sitting there going, all I'm doing is checking stuff and going. He's checking stuff and going. That's it.
Yeah, he's also already gotten his grind. I don't know if he's got a weapon for that fighter, but honestly, really, with all of the fade casts, as long as, if Chaos doesn't roll horrible, then he'll be fine.
You never know. The Muslim might be overrated by Ordeal. You don't have to worry about it. Or some other spell or weapon they can use, like an X-Cal.
Yeah, if he finds X-Cal, then they're already ready to roll on it.
So his Agamas look like iguanas, and his iguanas like Agamas. That's confusing.
Yeah, that palette swap is weird. I play with the multi-instrumentalist Sarah, and the Titan eats whatever. Sometimes that comes back to bite me a little bit, but man, the palette swap just throws me for a loop all the time.
Yeah, I don't play with palette swap for that very reason, because I can't take it. I was already confused, as you saw.
Ooh, Carrie busting out some damage poison too.
It's a scary carry, but so far he's handling it okay.
It looks like on Papa Duke's side, Run is just tossing out that Quad X bunk. hoping that Carrie's down low enough, and down goes Carrie for Papa.
Well played. Well played indeed.
And it's kind of funny, just based off of the levels that Rob picked up already, and the fact that he didn't loot anything, he's almost caught up to where Papa was.
Yeah. But, I mean, the power and the not checking things. That's the two big things right there for him.
Yeah. Because whereas Papa did spend the time getting that stuff out of Volcano Armory, which may very well... Ooh. Oh my.
And there's the loot.
And there was a fast bonk, too, so his fighter can be mostly self-sufficient.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point now, you can throw that defense sword in the hands of that red mage, let them cast fast on themselves, you get the fast bonk on the other, you're good to go.
Yep.
Don't have to worry.
But Rob also didn't pick up the defense sword, so yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Now he's going over to ordeals, and we got to see what we're going to find right here. Waterfall's still on the table.
And it looks like that's where Papa's heading, because, well, hopefully that's where he's heading.
And then ordeals here is on the table. Until we find the key, double check to make sure. Yeah, we haven't found the key yet. Until we find the key, we don't know. Like, one of these two places basically has to have it, because the key's gating. It's like key or cube is what we're going to find at one of these locations next. Because we're pretty much gated by those now.
Or bottle.
Yeah, you're just mean.
Oh, no. Let's see, bottle, which turns into slab, which then turns into key. Hi, I'm evil.
But it's got to be a bottle in, Oh, man, how do we make it worse? I want to make things worse.
I'm not sure. Oh, wait. So, bottle to slab to cube to key.
And then Mazdamoon at TFC.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
no.
There.
Let's see, Ruby at TFC. Wow, those zombie Ds, that's a
chunky zombie D.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
So some thick zombie Ds in that color, man. Whew. Oh, and it was just a random encounter. So that's something that I would have probably taken to level 20 or so. Ooh.
Tier 3 sword on the Bane sword.
Yeah, that's
a keeper.
Yeah, especially since it rolled, +4.
That's a Topher ready item. Oh, the tail. Yay. I mean, they want it, but yay. But yeah, that's a Topher ready item right there. Because that's basically, you just set that on a white mage and just let them cast that every turn on whoever might want it, and then you never really have to worry on a short Topher about anything.
Alright, we've got the bottle from the bot!
Bottle bot!
Which I can hear Papa swearing going from here, because he's just like, God, I was hoping for something or hoping for the key.
And he's gonna go check this, risking the potential that the item he needs is at TFC, and he'll have to double dip this area. Like, I hate double dipping this part of the continent. I hate it worse when I have to double dip just to go to TFC.
I hate double dipping on Racked Continent, period.
Yeah. But it's especially galling when you actually have to double dip into the dungeon itself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rob Draven actually stopping and looting out the...
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, he is looking for armor.
Yeah.
Especially post-promotion armor if he can find, like, an opal brace or chest plate or something.
Yeah, I mean, he did at least find opal shield. I mean, it was -3, but, it's still a decent shield. Hey, katana +3 for the wrong person.
Yep, that'd be great for Papa Ducks. Don't know that Papa's gonna check it. That is what we like to call vendor trash.
Yeah, that is just a giant pile of cash.
In sword form. It's a roll of coins that's been made into like a cardboard tube, and then you just break it open at the counter.
Yeah, that would make sense there.
Yep.
And yeah, as pointed out by Ike here, who is pushing the buttons behind the seat, Papa Dukes did find a Lock 2 shirt as well.
Nice.
Yeah,
Like a lot of good weapons here, or like magical items here that will help out. Oh, just field. That's nice. That's a bonus. That plus the Iron plus Iron 3 armor over Helm. He might be in the Invis Helm. Even better. He might be in good enough position at this point that searching out more armor may not really be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And we got
diminishing returns.
Papa pulling out the Kraken, going fade, quad X, hoping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, tossing Bane. Oh, Bane pulled off. Nice.
And that's 3 up on the table for Papa Dukes. Now, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, probably gonna go turn in that bottle and be unhappy about it the entire way.
Papa managing to nail that 18% chance for the Bane to land. First turn, no less.
Yeah, lucky man. I've had many attempts where it's been, all right, I have racked you 12 times and you haven't fallen over yet. Why haven't you fallen over yet?
Oh yeah, I've had Brack go as many as 17 times and fail.
Oh, Corey, just hate when that happens.
Mm-hmm. I lost the coin flips.
And Rob's swapping that Cure 3 sword onto his knight. Because, grown up gets to swing something better now.
Something. It's the best sword he's found. Does have a bonus on it. It's not a great one, but it's something. There's that key. So if you're Papa, now you're sitting there going, really? Really?
Especially since that does put possible progression back on the on-rack continent.
I mean, it's not just possible. It's not just possible. We know Crystal doesn't lead to, like, progression. It's necessary, but it's not progression. Has either of them checked Sarda?
Neither have checked Sarda yet.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, Sarda could be holding on to something actually pretty useful, and, well, we'll see what happens.
If it's the loot, then that's a big deal.
Well, no,
yeah,
Latoya.
He's sitting there going,
oh.
Huh? I didn't mean the loot. I meant, like, the cube. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Yeah.
The other four-letter word with a U in the set.
Yeah. Did Papa look at his inventory and go, have I talked to Sarda yet? Nope. He's back to on-rack. So if you're Papa, you hope this is the cube. If you're us and you're a jerk, you hope it's anything else.
Yep.
That incentivized ribbon. Masamune would still not give him any clues as to what's going on. Ruby would point him in the right direction.
Well, possibly the right direction. For all we know, we could get the Masa and the ribbon at Sarda and Titan.
I meant by right direction was like, actually remembering Sarda exists.
Physical right direction. Got it.
Yeah.
And Papa got the key from the ferry.
Bottle ferry. From the bottle at Waterfall.
Cure 4 at level 7, but holy crap, it's like 50k.
But do you need it with the Cure 3 sword?
I mean, it's never a bad idea to have Cure 4, especially since you got the improved white magic spell levels going on. Because, Rob's already got...
Actually checking that chest there.
Yeah, I think that was more of a, well, I'm passing by this thing, let's see if there's anything useful. But yeah, as I was thinking here, Rob already has 7 casts of Cure 4 per white mage.
he golden right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Papa's and go. Papa's and go. He doesn't have to worry. Now, if he wants that Masamune, he still has to go think about whether it's going to be at Sky or at Sarda. And if he wants that tail, he needs to go over to Ordeals, because we know it's over there.
I'm wondering if he's going to go on down and loot mermaids, maybe? Or is he just checking these chests?
He's worried about something. He's feeling like he needs something.
Wow. Ducking in and checking mermaids. Oh, hey, and there's the armor that Rob Draven would have wanted.
Yeah, but again, Rob has good enough armor for a short Topher. I don't know that it's really worth the time it would take to come down.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. This is I'm honestly wondering what Papa's doing on this one and why he's checking all of this stuff too. Oh, Rob pulling out that lock shirt too. Well, Papa, if you're going to full clear the mermaid floor, at least carbonate bubbles.
The thing is knowing how fast these flags can be completed, this is a big waste of time.
Yeah, and so far it's been pretty much a zonk for him as well.
They'll just couch cash random items you don't care about. Yeah, this is nothing for his thief. He would have been better off if he was going to clear chest just going to Cardia, because we know it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big waste of time.
That being said, I mean, Papa may very well just fade ordeals because he doesn't have to deal with it. And we know that the only thing that's there is the tail, which is not strictly necessary. I mean, it'd be handy, but, you know.
It's a little more necessary for Papa if he ever finds a katana or wants to put any armor on his ninja or his thief. Right now, that thief is an anchor.
The thief is an ablative meat shield for his 2 fade casters at this point.
That's only going to get you so far in Topher, is the problem.
Well, that's why there's the Life 2 casts.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, like, knowing, like, once you got over to Provoka within the first 5 minutes and saw Fade level 2 right there, and knowing that there were buffed white mages sitting in the pool, I almost wonder if a reroll might not have been better at that point.
Yeah, that would have been, 5 minute time loss, which nobody likes seeing that, but, man, getting all that extra fade,
Yeah, how much of a time loss, though, is it right now with the thief that's not doing anything?
True point.
Yeah. Like, right now, Rob Draven, with his 3rd orb lighting right there, is in a better position party-wise. Like, I'm not saying Papa couldn't do it. Papa's good at this game. Papa could very well pull it off with the party he's got. I'm just really worried about it.
Yeah, it's a bit disconcerting because now comes the looting of Sky. Well, Flame plus 4.
Good. I mean, that Flame Sword is good for anyone that's running a fighter because plus 4 on that, I think it actually might be better than the Bane Sword.
And he is skipping most of the rest of the chests on Sky 1.
I mean, I can see it. You follow a path, you want to check it, you're only going to come back and do it if you have to. He's probably banking on that Muslim being the thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's, he basically skipped half the chests on floor 1, so we'll see how it goes from here. Oh, hey, and apparently the gold armor or the gold bracelets for sale in Gaia.
Actually, pretty cheap.
Yeah, only 18k for gold plus 1. I'd be down for that.
Totally worth it. It's a deal at any level.
I'm cutting my own throat.
Would you like to strike a bargain? Okay, I think we're done on that riff. So yeah, and he only checked the left side of Spider.
So yeah, I'm wondering if he is planning on a walk down if it's not on floor 3.
He might be coming back for it. I mean, this is the most chest dense of the floors. If this spider would ever die.
Rob remembering that Sarda's cave is a thing.
Maza.
Slap. Let the quest chain begin.
Well, Rob has to do it. He bothered coming this far. He's got to finish it out now. Like, it's not a good thing time-wise, but you still feel like you gotta do it.
Especially since he hasn't found that cube yet.
And he desperately doesn't want it to be back in Sea Palace, which we know it is.
And now I find myself chuckling, going, Oh, okay. Well, there goes that. There goes that evil idea.
Oh, there's the X-Cal. Hey, look. So
X-Cal -3.
Oh,
Once again, Papa is finding the things that Rob would want. Rob is finding the things that Papa would want.
So mean. Thankfully, Warmac is vanilla, so he doesn't have to worry about killing that. But I do worry about whether or not he has the firepower to take out Tiamat with this party.
Well, he's at least got Bane and a hope.
It worked for him once.
Yep, he can hope for it again.
I don't think he meant to grind that, but he ended up doing it.
Accidental grind. It happens. As long as it's not an accidental grind on, Lich 2. Oh, Masa from the slab.
There you go. Well, I mean, Rob's not going to be sad to see it, even if it is a -2. But it's definitely not what he wants.
Yeah, it's not progression, and yeah.
It's the last piece of the endgame he probably would like to have for his fighter, but still. Oof, Ranklio's just beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, our Anklio's not playing kind.
He's fighting them. I thought they were runnable.
I thought they were as well. I'm guessing at this point it's a spite fight.
It might be. These are the worst things to spite fight because they're strong, but they're worth nothing.
Yeah, they're strong and pretty garbo.
Yeah, they're absolute trash. Like, I'd rather fight Ankylos than the Ark.
Though, actually, as I saw that Ankylo pop up, I'm wondering if that was the R Ankylo or just regular Ankylos with the palette swap.
The R Ankylos didn't have a purple glow to them.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Yeah, and Rob is coming back to the realization of, crap. So
we're about to do it.
Yep. This means that we know that the Titan is holding on to that ruby, onto that ribbon, and that's it.
So 312 damage to Tiamat. Still has over 300 health, not erased immediately. So at least 613 health there on Tiamat. Bane didn't go off. Gonna try to fire a second fade. 230, that's 542. We're up to 670. Ooh, Tiamat sitting at close to 1,000 at least.
Yeah.
Puts us at 800, 900 right there.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
This Tiamat rolled up.
Way up. Will not be surprised if this Tiamat has more health than Chaos itself.
Yeah, of course this Tiamat also rolled a lot of mediocre spells, so yeah.
That's 1160-ish on how much damage he's done. That was the magic number right there.
Alright, so a decent amount of hit points on that Tia, but that does put Papa in go mode.
Yep, he's ready to roll. He has the Quad X Gauntlet. He has a bunch of fades. He could have a hope and a prayer here for short Topher.
I don't remember seeing if anybody picked up Cake, or if we even saw it.
I remember seeing Cake.
Yeah, because that would be a prime thing for Lich 1. Alright, Papa's swinging in by Sarda, seeing if he's got anything useful. Probably hoping beyond hope for the Ruby or the Masa, and of course we know that it's not.
Well, interestingly, on the list of spells listed off by our tracker, which in this particular instance was you, Quake's not even on the list. So, I'm guessing it was probably like level 7 or level 8.
Level 6.
You just didn't write it down? Okay, cool.
No, I wrote it down.
For some reason, I was looking at white magic. I'm dumb. There it is. Hey, look, it's level 6!
Alright, and Papa getting that other ribbon and is like, alright, you know what, I'm done.
Good enough. I'm out.
Oh no, actually getting a...
Really?
Wow. I guess he's
really wants
really
that
just...
weapon.
Yeah. I guess he wants it, excuse me, wants that thief to not just be, just an ablative meat shield.
So interesting to note, and this says something about grinds. Papa has not done a grind. Papa really hasn't even taken a lot of fights in general. Papa is also similar in level to Rob Draven, who has been taking grinds in other fights.
Yeah, I was noticing that a little bit earlier. Papa did take some fights as he was going along, but didn't take a whole lot of extra stuff.
Not a whole lot. Mostly the unrunnables or the things that were high value. But he hasn't taken a lot of extra, just those fighters, because they were not high value. It speaks a lot to the value of not having that fourth party member.
Very true, very true. Being able to focus the XP, amongst the three instead of amongst four of them, it's, that's a pretty good value they're getting. Alright, Rob pulling up that angry Tiamat, I'm guessing, based off the fact that it's turned red and pink.
It's the extra fiery, like the flaming hot Tiamat. You open up the bag and the red dust gets in your face.
Yeah, or it's the sunburned Tiamat. Tiamat was out sunbathing too long and just fell asleep in the sun and woke up and is just in massive amounts of pain, which explains...
You always need to make sure you cream up when you're going outside.
Yeah.
Lesson 1.
But Papa has his Masa swinging by Gaia, probably going to check out that armor shop because he has not seen those gold Cheerios anywhere else.
I feel like Papa has a Masa that needs to be set to an Aerosmith song, but it doesn't quite...
Yeah,
it's not quite there.
Yeah, it's almost, it just doesn't quite scan.
It does sound like an early 90s or late 80s, like, power pop song. Just not quite there.
And looks like Rob is heading back to pick up that Cure 4 for his other White Mage, because he didn't have the scratch to get it the first time around.
Uh-huh.
Because, 60k for Cure 4, I mean, it'll work.
Want to thank SpeedGaming Espanol for rating us with their 20 views. Thank you. You are watching Final Fantasy Randomizer here on a special presentation for SpeedGaming Live.
And at 54 minutes or so, we've got 5404. Papa has broken the seal and gotten into Topher.
I do like the fact that we have, like, key lock and slab plate there now for the loot in Short Topher, so that you actually have to still collect those items.
Yeah, decided to swing to the right, ran into a crack, and was like, nope, I'm out.
Nope. No calamari for me today, thank you, I'm full.
Yeah, thanks, I've got my live casters, I want to keep them alive, thanks, bye. Oh my god, and Carrie, too, is made out of toilet paper.
Yeah, that was tissue. He ran through it like it was American Gladiators, and that was the paper wall at the end of his run.
And let's see if Tia 2 rolled any better than Tia 1.
I think I broke you with that reference, I'm sorry.
That was very much a thing. Oh my god, this Tia 2 hits like a kitten. 74 damage on that one hit on that thief. And on Rob Draven's side, we've got Kraken 2 doing Kraken 2 things, going, a life caster! I'm gonna kill it!
Honestly, Tiamat was trying to do the same thing right here over on the side.
But yeah, that Tia 2 had a whole lot less hit points than Tia 1 did.
Yeah, that Tia 2 donated all its health to Tia 1. It's like a bone marrow transplant. Here you go, you'll feel better.
Yeah, you just stop them before they get to me, please. Now, of course, that means that Rob's going to be running into Lich and Speed Bump. But
you should steamroller this. You should
Fire 3 first round. Alright, 5 hits, 125 out of that first one. Temper coming off just after it's needed. Fire 3 going out for some reason. I think that was probably an accidental cast. Yeah. Quad X, nope, not happening. Everybody's ribboned up. Temper, 5 hits, 260. Fast coming out just after the nick of time as per normal.
And Rob's in the fight too with this very 80s looking, like, metal covered chaos right there.
Yeah, and on Papa's side, we had 10 hits for 750 damage or so, so that thief is up and running now. And now it's just time to cast Fade at it until it falls over. So we got one Fade, 258, another one, 226, and down goes Chaos on Papa's side. Get your GGs out in chat for Pop Dukes, finishing up at... Oh, let me scroll back up a little bit. Seeing it at 56.25.
Yeah, that's first on stream, second in the room. First place went to Deadpulse at 46.29. That's a flaming hot time right there. 10 minutes faster than anyone else in the room.
And Papa Dukes has mentioned that he's not going to be able to do an interview tonight as he has other things going on. But on Rob's side, we see a nuclear coming out and dropping some damage.
Does get the Cure 4 out, though, for the fighter, so fighter's going to be okay. Oops. Almost like it didn't happen.
Or out, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it happened just in time, but ouch.
Yeah. 8 hits, 333.
Can't even kill the white mage with that fire 3.
Well, I guess Fade. Yeah, I'm guessing Fade has the ribbon on that Rob found.
Mm-hmm. the fighter laughs at your Quad X Chaos.
Silly Chaos. And Chaos is running scared. He's squirting ink. 8 hits, 168. Down goes Chaos.
He was running scared. Look at that.
So get your
GGs
out in chat. Rob Draven finishing up with an official racetime.gg time of 57 minutes. Yeah. 57 minutes, 36 seconds.
And that does put Burt Reynolds coming in right ahead of him. 56 minutes, 55 seconds for third place. Rob Draven second on stream, fourth in the room. GGs to everyone playing.
Yep, and we are joined in the chat by Rob. So
GG's, Rob. GG's, man. That was.
I think we are also joined by Papa. Have you joined us for an interview?
Yes.
Oh wow! GG's to both of you then.
Yeah, GG's to both. Yeah, that was a good show.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, very divergent routing from you both, but you both finished up right close to each other too. It was a really good race.
Yeah, I think I cost myself a few minutes by forgetting to check Sarda after I got the floater. I spent a lot of time opening chests, mermaids, and sky. Once I found that Masa, I wouldn't have needed the tail or anything, so...
Yeah, we kind of figured that's what was going on, is you were just hoping for something useful when you were double-dipped down into mermaids after you grabbed that cube.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely not geared for Topher at that point.
Yes, and it seemed like that Tia 1 took all of the hit points from the bosses, because I think Tia 1 had more hit points than Chaos, as Dark Moon guessed that they probably would.
Yeah, I think it took like 8 fades before the Quad X finally landed.
Mm-hmm. That was a very chunky Tiamat one.
Yes, it was.
We were counting along with it, and I think when the Quad X finally hit, you'd done close to 1,200 damage to it.
Carry one was pretty beefy too.
Yeah, but that was earlier in the seed, and that would mean that we had to remember it.
So yeah, tell us about your strategy here. What is your thought process for flags like this?
Basically, you just got to keep moving. I saw that floater early. You know, a lot of people might have the instinct to try to grind up the money and get the floater right away. Now, I just decided to keep moving and come back for it when I had the money for it. I got the early rod. I had 2 Fade casters. I had 2 Harm forecasters for when I ran out of Fade charges. So I knew Earth wasn't going to be a problem. Finished that up and then headed down to Crescent, got the canoe. So I went ahead and hit up Ice to get the money for the floater so I could go back and get that and keep moving. But really, it's low enough scaling, you don't really need to grind. So if you keep moving and just take good fights, which I took some questionable ones this run, but just you should be leveled up enough by the end that you don't need to worry about a grind or anything. Just keep moving forward.
And what about you, Rob? your strategies and tactics for flags like this?
Go as fast as possible, and don't make myself look like a fool in front of everybody. and try not to lose to dead pulls by too much. I mean, man, that 10 minutes ahead of like everybody else, that was a killer run. But overall, though, I'm just happy I've stayed right kind of in the middle.
Actually, yeah, 4th out of 9th, a little bit above the middle, but yeah, still, it was a really good placement out of it. A really tight grouping of finishes at that point, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and in this group of runners, I mean, like, seriously, like, no, nobody here's a joke. So you gotta keep on your game.
You know, that's also because I'm in the commentary booth rather than racing, so, you know.
You and me both.
You two are still pretty good.
I appreciate you saying that. I don't agree, but I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, same thing here.
So how are you feeling about the tournament so far, seeing as how, we're, just a couple weeks or so away from actually having to do pods now?
I'm looking forward to it. Like, I mean, where we're at right now, just getting, like, running the flags, getting used to it. I mean, it's kind of funny because my mindset was still on fall tournament for some reason. So
no, I feel that.
I'm just like, I was like, okay, remember, it's not oops, all loose. It's not oops, all loose. Just.
Yeah, and hey, neither of you bounced off of the sages or bounced off of the throne in ordeals, so, there is that.
Yeah, which I've done multiple times in practice runs.
Same here. Just for the record, though, I did drop in after I finished and kind of cut the last little bit. Papa Ducks, you were really lucky. Chaos either had double nuclear or he only had nuclear as a single skill.
I never saw it at all.
Yeah, that was Red Wizard went down for a shot, and then one of my White Wizards followed shortly thereafter.
Yeah, thankfully at least had the one ribbon that was sitting on fade. You had at least the one ribbon, because you found the one that was in ice.
I had the one ribbon. I literally, when I got into Sky, I was like, okay, I'm already, like, I've got everything. I'm in go. I know that the Ruby's here. I know that the ribbon's in Titans. I was just like, okay, I'll stop on those 4 greed checks right outside, or at the end of Sky 3. And then I was just like, if it's not there, whatever, I don't get another ribbon. Just go.
Yeah, not a bad play, honestly, especially since everything seemed to roll pretty safely in Topher, except for that, radioactive chaos.
Yeah, radioactive chaos was honestly, of everything in there, I think radioactive chaos was the worst, even though Kraken 2 was a little bit. It was his normal self. He was just a little HP free, kind of HP light.
Yeah, when Papa swung down and ran into that Kraken, his immediate response was reset out and go the other direction.
I thought about it, but then I'm like, you know what? No, just go, because I mean, the worst that can happen is I've got a Tia 2 on the other side of him. But then the best case scenario, and I got speed bump too, so I was like, okay, got a chance. And then I get in there and I see Papa Ducks, I see Burt Reynolds finish, and I'm like, okay, not too bad. I'm on chaos. Just go.
And just because you mentioned it, I went to take a look at it. Looks like that chaos had nuclear, ink, nuclear, ink.
Wow.
That is certainly a skill list.
That is definitely a skill list.
You rolled something fun for them there, Hate.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm at least happy with the chaos roll.
To be honest, that the kindness that you gave us in the seat, by the way, thank you very much. I really appreciate the kindness. Because if it had been any meaner, I probably would have been down in last.
Yeah, that level 2 fade with the improved the improved magic on the white mage was
that was huge.
Wow. Yeah.
That was huge.
Why can't I roll things like that for myself when I'm practicing?
Because you're practicing.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
It's the same reason why I roll like all wizards, level 1 nuke and fade seeds, and then just like in practice, and then I get to the day of the race, and it's like, oh, here you get 6 thieves, and and all the magic rolls higher, all the good, like everything is rolls higher than 4. So it's like, oh, great, gonna slog through this. Got it.
Got any other questions for our runners?
No, I think I am clear on the questions I had.
And I'm good as well. If we want to move on to final thoughts here, Dukes, you were the first on stream to finish. Any final thoughts?
Just having a good time with the tournament. I really like the flag set. It feels weird because I guess the gold scaling is low. You always feel like you're broke for the first half of the game, trying to afford stuff. But it's fun trying to figure out that puzzle to afford everything that you need to stay powered up, get all your mage spells and your vendor item and heal potions and houses and whatnot. It's a fun flag set. It really is fun, and I'm having a lot of fun with this tournament.
Cool. And Rob, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Overall, just GG. I have to agree. I really do like these flags. These are great flags. One thing I did want to recall, Hate, is I can tell you right now that if I'd had the money, so you kind of smacked me with that Cure 4 at 8 for like 50k, or at 7 for 50k, and so you can feel better about yourself there, because I can tell you right now, if I'd had the money for that early, I probably would have been like 2 or 3 minutes earlier. But no. Overall, though, I'm really liking the flags. I'm really liking the way everything's going. I mean, and again, if you haven't jumped in to the randomizer, come join the community. It's a great community. Bunch of people out there willing to help you learn, willing to help you get good, and you never know. You could see yourself coming out here and showing us all how to play the game.
So yeah, I do want to remind everyone we still have a few more qualifiers coming up. I believe we've got, I can look at the sheet, 4 more coming up over the course of the next week. So if you're interested in Final Fantasy Randomizer, want to come play, cost to get in is low, it's free. All you need is the ROM. And you can come play in the qualifiers and see if you're going to come in and maybe be a part of SpeedGaming Live. With that, I'm going to pass it on over to Hate and let you take us home.
All right. Well, I just want to say thanks to both Rob Draven and Papa Dukes for letting us restream tonight. If you enjoy what you saw here, go give them a follow, because they deserve it at this point. And thanks to Dark Moon for jumping in the booth with me, and thanks to Ike here for doing the tracking, and thanks to Speed Gaming once again for hosting the tournament. And if you think you'd enjoy this, as has been said, come join the Discord. You know, we're a pretty friendly bunch, even though the game sometimes isn't, or maybe it's because the game sometimes isn't. And with that, I am Hate the 13th. Thank you for joining us tonight, and I bid you good night and adieu.